A murder by shooting was reported on an alleyway next to 7th Street.
Oh god. Oh no. No.
Forensics have already left the area and marked the evidence. We need a car to investigate the scene.
It's my wife. Dear Shannon. Why was she here? Alright. Alright, pick yourself up. All you can do for her now is figure out who did this to her.
The apprehended suspect is the victim's ex-husband, a former detective. Evidence suggests that because of his severe memory issues, he couldn't remember that they were separated, so he shot the victim several times in a fit of rage, thinking that she was cheating on him.
No, wait, I can explain.
We found him at the crime scene, investigating the evidence and trying to solve the murder he committed.
No, let go.
He seems delirious and insists that he doesn't remember a thing.
I didn't do it. I'm not crazy.
For this semester project, Group MTA 2537 set out to develop a narrative detective game in virtual reality in order to test different types of in-game interaction signifiers and their effect on efficiency and immersion. Immersion has been researched in many contexts, and there are namely two different categories of game elements that affect immersion: diegetic and non-diegetic elements. The difference is, diegetic elements are present within and influenced by the game world, whereas non-diegetic elements are only available to the player. Studies have found that minimizing use of non-diegetic elements can increase immersion, but also suggest that non-diegetic elements might be necessary to introduce game mechanics to less experienced players. In our game, the player explores a dark alleyway and is guided towards objects of interest by diegetic and non-diegetic signifiers. They must then manipulate a touchscreen computer to assemble the clues correctly and unlock the murder mystery. The player is also guided by narration from the playable character.
Come on, think. You're a detective.
They'll give them hints as to the usefulness of the clues they find.
Could make sense, but it doesn't.
The diegetic clue signifiers are justified in the game world as chalk outliers of the given clue, whereas the non-diegetic variants are perfect white circles of a comparable size to the diegetic variants. In an effort to increase immersion as much as possible, particular attention was paid to the construction of the game environment and lighting, and there is even an ambient soundscape that plays throughout the level. For the evaluation, the game has the ability to toggle the type of signifier used while the game is running, and also contains custom logic for inferring and documenting when a player has seen and subsequently interacted with a given object. All this is used to measure the efficiency of the different approaches of interaction signification. In addition to this, we also measure the immersion of the player with a customized version of the Immersive Experience Questionnaire. In both cases, the results of the test turned out to verify our hypothesis that diegetic signifiers increase immersion while not decreasing interaction efficiency. However, our results are not unequivocally true. For example, the equipment used for testing proved to be unstable and would cause slight variations between playthroughs, and some participants even reported not noticing the difference between the two types of signifiers while playing. Concluding the project, 3 out of 4 of the initial success criteria for the experiment were met, with the fourth showing that non-diegetic signifiers were a tiny bit more efficient, although this difference is not statistically significant and could be focused for further research. Thank you for your attention.